fired up. Welcome back, everyone, to the Triple Threat Challenge here on Wola Zabierzowska. I'm your host, Gasoline Billy, and we have got a lot of changes on the farm. As you know, it was January in our lone threat the last time you guys were here, and it is now May. And if you look in the top right corner, you will see that we have quite a bit of money. And I will throw in the reason we have all that money right now into the video.
Okay. It was 165, right?
165 is the field number.
Okay.
And as soon as I get these close sold, I'll be over there with the fertilizer spreader. Throw some bird on it. As fast as this tractor goes anyway, I'll be there that quick. Actually, I won't be there that quick. I'm going to go by that other spot where I left that paper roll and
Yeah.
sell it too, just to
Okay.
get it off the map. Big close sale. Should be big money. Slow tractor. And here we go. Well, maybe if I can undo the straps. $455,000 plus an environmental scoreboard of another 40,000.
Whoa.
I'll take it. Okay, so now that you guys seen that, let's show you some of the changes around here. So we have a new tractor. This is the Case Puma. We got it on sale. It is at 302 horsepower, which means the old Ford got retired, but we're not selling it. It is now a look at us starting our tractor antique tractor collection, or whatever you want to call it up there. So that's where we're going to do with that. And if we go to this side of the shed, as I spoke to you guys, we did get the Lizard TARDIS trailer for hauling the bigger loads. Oh, yes, our ferment silo. We did get it moved. Me and Indy placed it down there, as you can see, and moved all the items out of it. So it opened this area up for us. So that's a good thing. We now have a dairy to deal with our cow milk. It's a special dairy, and I believe Indy has it set on mozzarella. It is setting for mozzarella, so that's good. And we'll go back in here. As you all know, we had a juice maker and a fabric out of our flax straw. Well, the apple trees was providing more apples than what this juicer could make, and as you can tell, this spinnery is not keeping up with our amount of flax straw. So we put in a second location, and we also put in another juicer to keep up with our apples. Now, as you can see, we have grape juice right here, and this is not supposed to be taking grape juice in, but this greenhouse right here that's putting grape juice, our grapes into our juicer, decided it wanted to put some in there too. So since it's already in there, we just turned it on. So trying to maximize our apples ended up kind of minimizing our grapes in two locations instead of one. So we could actually use another one of these greenhouses to help supply, but we're going to leave things as they are right now. So that being said, it is May. We have done all of our contracts. Everyone on Discord has already said that they've done their contracts. Um, Before we sleep into June so that we have something to do, I would like to show you guys the map. We have bought in some more fields. So I would like to go over our field count with you guys right now. So we will look at our maps. Of course, we started with 38, 44, and 43. Those were our starting locations. We got this grass field to help feed our cows. We did 30 when we did the soybean contract, and we ended up putting our mustard production, our BGA. We ended up putting a fertilizer plant for the digestate that's coming out of our BGA to kind of help get rid of the digestate, and it makes fertilizer for us. So we kept that field, and then as you know, we bought 79 as a soybean field to try to get that contract done, but we didn't have enough. That's why we ended up buying 30. We have purchased 88, was 29,000. We purchased 90, which was 27,000. On this end of the map, we have purchased 180 and 187, where we need 188 on our list for actually I don't have the list pulled up, but there's like 14 other fields that we need to complete our threat challenge. We bought 165, and this was I believe it's P field, I'm not positive. We bought 137, and I can't tell you a backstory on it because Brian purchased it while I was offline. And 139. Again, Brian purchased that one as well, so I'm not sure of a backstory. 133, you guys already knew that we had, and we still have 51 up here. Um, Now, I was talking with Indy yesterday on this 51, and it is so far up here to do anything with. We have already done our um, required crop on this field. So it is a dead field. We don't have to do anything with it, but it is so far to come up here to do anything with. And I talked to Indy yesterday, and I think what we're going to do, I think we're going to purchase this whole line of fields. So that would be from 54 all the way to 45. Get rid of the trees that are in between them. Now right here at 54, there is a telephone pole that we're not going to be able to do anything with. But I think we're going to plow these all together and make one big field. We'll have to get rid of the trees that are in between and on the edges that we don't think are going to be in our way, basically. But basically, put your plow down and go straight across all the way till you get to 45, way over here. On the corner. As you can see, there's trees we're running by in between the fields that we'll have to do it. But go all the way to this corner and up and make one big field out of all of these. So I don't know that we're going to do that, but we did discuss it, so it's a good possibility that that happens in the future. We jump to our new Puma. We'll take a look on the interior. Some people like seeing the interior. There's a couple screens in here, and really like this tractor. It's got quite a bit of get up and go. And again, it retired our Ford, so away we go. Um, Again, we're good here. Everyone has done their contract, so if you'll be patient with me just a little bit, we'll go ahead and we'll sleep And since we're going to be in June, I think I'd like to wake up a little earlier so we're not burning so much of the day. So let's go to 6 a.m. Let's see where we're at. Let's see what happens in June to see where we can be. So, great demand at the Bell selling point at the farmers. Let's take a look and see what our sales happen to pop us up. Oh, one of them harvesters that I absolutely love. No, we do not need anything like that. So again, we're going to have to jump into our field maps and let's just look at our growth. So we have some grass that is available for us to mow, and basically looking at our other crops, there's nothing ready for us to do right this minute. So we do have a grass field that we can mow and bale and put into our fermenter for a little bit of work for our camera. As you know, it's a new month, so let's look. Wow. Let's look at our contracts. We have a $37,800 contract from the animal dealer. Urgently needs more animals. Can you supply some from your stock to sell to him? Oh, we've done this before. 14 cows, greater than 10%, greater than 18 months. So if we go into our animals, we got 24,000. We're probably going to have to get some pig food at some point. We have greater than, I'm sorry, I'm already lost. Greater than 18 months. Well, we have greater than 18 months, and I'm pretty sure we have enough. It said they needed 14, so you know we're going to take that contract. And while we're at it, we'll just look at the chickens. 44.28. We're probably going to have to feed them before long. This pen, the chicken pen, I looked at it yesterday when I was on with Indy, and it is totally full. So we have 700 chickens total in our chicken pen. So let's go back to our contracts. Let's borrow the equipment from the dealer. 14 cows. So let's hop down there. We'll get our truck. We'll get in the truck. We will hook to this trailer, get to our cow pen, load them up. Oh, 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 oh. And I cannot drive. Let's scroll back here a little. Let's let's hit the pole since we're good at driving and hit everything. Let's do things a little bit differently. Since we're using a contract vehicle to haul cows away, let's go to the animal dealer. We'll buy some cows and we will haul them up to our pen and unload. So that way we'll have some more cows from the ones that we are taking away from our stock. So let's go here to the animal dealer. Since we scrolled into another day, both the gates will probably be shut. They are. Give me just a second. We will open up these gates. Every time we sleep to a new day, the gates go all close on all these businesses. I'm not quite sure why it does that, but I have to stop and open them every time. Now, I do not know how much this trailer holds, and I do not know how to drive said trailer. Turns on a dime. So we're going to open our dialogue. Yeah, I don't know how many it will hold. 12. So we're going to have to make two trips. So let's buy fully grown brown Swiss. We got 12 of them in there. And we will buy 12 on our next trip of Holsteins and put them back in our pen. But I am going to run a time lapse right now. I know it's the second one of the episode already, but we will get these cows all moved around like they need to be, and I will be back with you very shortly. Welcome to the voiceover section of this video because some dumbass forgot to push the unmute button on his mic. So we are just finishing up this contract. We're delivering the rest of these cows, and we are going to collect this contract for $37,000. And then we're going to look into our other contracts and see what is available for us to do. We are going to get down here. We're looking through the contract, seeing what do we want to do, and we happen to find a special contract that somebody has dropped some material somewhere, and the municipality has asked us to pick it up. Right there you're going to see I'm looking at the harvesting contract, because to harvest that contract it pays less than what it costs to lease the equipment to do the project. Right here is a special contract, and we are going to go ahead and take this one. It ends up being a pallet, 4 pallets of eggs. We'll jump up there and look at that real quick. I'm a little ahead again on my voiceover. I apologize. This was recorded a week ago. Work has really kicked my butt, so it is kind of hard to get in there. But we're going to jump up there. We're going to take a look and see exactly what the municipality needs picked up. On these contracts, there are whatever product it is. Once the contract is complete, as I was saying, once you complete those contracts, the pallets of whatever it is you pick up are yours. And I cannot get this to go into our storage, so I grab a pallet, I run it over here to the store, because if it is truly ours, we should be able to sell it. And I just wanted to make sure, and of course it does sell, so it is our pallets, but I do not know why they will not go into the storage area. Now, to this day, they are still not going in the storage area. They are stacked up beside the storage for when we're ready to sell our eggs. We can do that. And I'm going to look into contracts and get number 3 contract for the day. We're going to look through and see what we can do. There's an interesting contract right here, and it's delivering a leased vehicle. And I believe this is the first time I have done one of these. I'm not real sure about it, but I'm curious and I want to try it, so I end up taking it just to try it out. And it is the most simplest contract I've ever done in my entire life on Farm Sim, including 15, 17, 19, 22, 25, all of it. So here it is right here. You're just going to pick up a vehicle at the shop. So we're going to tab through everything in our fleet just to get to it. And once we get there, we're just going to fire it up. You drive it half a block down the road and you deliver it. And when we get it delivered, we are going to stand back and see if it disappears once you collect the contract. So you'll see that. And then we are going to time lapse getting our jump cut, getting the tractor back to the farm. We're going to load up some goods and we are going to get them loaded and get them ready for the sale for the end of the episode. And then we will start doing a little mowing of our grass field. So as you can see, the vehicle disappeared. We jumped up here to start loading our products. We're going to get them all loaded up. As you can see, there's an apple juice pallet back there in the back that I hit when I was driving through here, and I moved it off of the trigger. So I'm going to grab it and throw it on the trailer real quick, just like so. And then we'll go around, we'll pick up our other stuff at the other juicer. We'll get it all loaded and get it ready for the sale. And then we are going to decide right about here that we're not going to sell just yet. We've got a little bit more time to record, so why don't we drop the trailer and then hook to our mowers and get the field mowed and baled up. So you're going to see me hook to our mower, go around, hook to our baler. We're going to get started pretty much right by the shed, just so we can clean up our road, get the grass knocked down right there by our road. You'll see this. Again, I'm a little ahead of the voiceover telling you what's going to happen versus what's actually happening. But while we're doing the grass field, Brian joins the server and he starts working on his contracts. So right now we're unfolding our baler. We're going to get her pickup lowered. We're going to get her turned on. We're going to lower our mower, unfold it, and get it turned on. We don't want to hit our oat field, so we're going to pull up just a little bit. Now we're going to get it fired up, and we're going to move towards our grass field. And again, we're not getting a great swath here, but we're just kind of knocking things down just to make it a little cleaner in the yard area. I'd like to clean it all up, to be honest with you. Mulch it all so it's nice and clean, but we may get to that at some point, we may not. Here's our grass field that we're going to cut. And again, I'm going to do a jump cut to get this field done. And I will bring you back in when we get done with the field. And we can see that Brian has jumped into the server. So should be coming any second, that jump cut. And 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Maybe not. There it comes right there. And we are back. And we're going to unload our bales. We see that there's been a contract taken. Brian is riding a horse. We find him. We're going to jump over to the field. Right there. We're going to visit it. We're going to run over the road so we can check out Brian riding the horse. And of course, he's a showman. So as soon as he sees us and knows what we're coming, he's going to jump on that just to show off a little bit. So back to the mower. We are going to get this bales unloaded. And we are going to put our mower and our baler up. We're going to hook to our trailer. We're going to go sell our goods, and we are going to call it an episode. This is my very first voiceover, and I apologize if it is off, whatever. I'm not exactly sure I'm even doing it right. I will find out in the edit, and it's probably not going to get much better. But I will not even realize that my mic is off until after I stop this episode. I go to join voice with Brian in Discord, and he cannot hear me. And the reason is because I've muted my mic like an idiot for the time lapse. So I did make a kind of a funny, when I was driving that truck, I ran over some people and I made a comment about being vehicular manslaughter on FS here. 3 counts, I believe. If you watch the time lapse, you could probably pick up on that. So I made 3 counts of vehicular manslaughter. Here I'm checking the prices again. The apple juice is at the Grin supermarket. The grape juice is at the small village shop. We have more grape juice than we do apple juice, so we decide to go to the small village shop, get it sold. So you're into this episode. We are just going to drive down and we are going to sell these goods. We're going to get approximately $58,000 for all of this. And we're going to end the episode at that point. So I appreciate you guys for watching. I cannot say enough that I apologize for the lack of videos this week. The whole idea that I'm going to be able to get a video out a day is just not going to be realistic. The realism is I get home from work 6:30ish. By the time I get a shower and get supper in me, it is 7:15. 7, 7:15, something like that. And getting up at 4, I have approximately an hour to an hour and a half between finishing supper and getting in bed to do all my things that I need to take care of. And sometimes that's record, sometimes that's edit, sometimes it's not even turning the computer on. And I'll be a complete honest with you, for 3 days this week after work, I never even turned the PC on. So again, thanks for watching. I hope to get caught up on some of these videos, but I'm going to let you know right now that I just can't do a video a day. It's just not realistic. So I apologize for that, but thanks again for watching. Hi, I'm Gasoline Billy. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.